Friday, June 3rd, 2022. Yesterday, I talked about how we're all connected, how everything is connected, and how interconnected everything is with everything else. Just like we are connected with each other, so is the timeline of our lives, the timeline of the universe, the present, the past, the future. They're all interconnected, and everything affects everything else. One of my favorite books is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, who published it in 1910. That's 112 years ago. It's a classic masterpiece about prosperity and how the universe works. In that book, Wallace Wattles says that the key to all prosperity is gratitude. And if we are going to be truly grateful and express gratitude, then we must include everything and everybody in our gratitude. The past has brought us to the present. And because where we are is where we are, the past has contributed for us to be here. And therefore, according to Mr. Waddles, we must give thanks for the past. Now, I remember about 80 years ago, I was in San Antonio. This was back when I was living in my mobile domicile, and my children were attending college in San Antonio. So I was frequenting San Antonio. And one morning, I woke up. I say one morning, it was more like middle of the night, about 2 or 3 in the morning. I woke up with an immense feeling of gratitude that it just kind of started out with an overwhelming love, overwhelming feeling of being grateful for everything that is in my life. And as I laid there in my bed, in my van, I started saying thank you for everything that I have. Thank you for the bed that I'm laying on. Thank you for the people who made the mattress that I'm laying on. Thank you for the people who created the mattress foam and made it possible to be turned into a well, mattress, comfortable place for one to lie down. And as I went through my list of gratitude, being grateful for everything that has impacted my life, the list just went on and on and on. I mean, just imagine right now you're watching YouTube. The people that made the computer on which you're watching this, or your phone or tablet that you're watching this, had they not done their work, you wouldn't be able to watch this program right now. I wouldn't be able to broadcast it. So I'm grateful for the people who created this technology. But in order for that technology to be there, somebody else had to do the work that came behind it. And as you go back the farther go back you go, the more people, more connections that you find without which you wouldn't be where you are today. So as you think about your life and where you are and how things are, think about all the people present and past, and God knows how far back in the past, people we've known, people we have heard about, and people we have not heard about and don't even know about. They have all contributed in some form to make our present what it is. And I, for one, am grateful for their contribution to my life to make it to where I am comfortable and happy and being able to live the life that I want to live, that I choose to live. And as we ponder on this thing, as I ponder upon this, I realize that the root, the basis, the foundation of all of this is our thoughts, our imagination. When we think about something, when we feel a need for something that may be missing or that may feel like it would be nice to have, and we start thinking, what if I could have that? I wonder what it would take to have that. Here's a simple example. I have been twisting balloons for the past 14 years, and I have earned a decent living doing that. And it all started with a simple question that I asked myself. I wonder what it would take. Because I had seen people in the restaurants where I worked at, restaurants that I managed, restaurants where I worked as a waiter. I had seen people come by and twist balloons, and I used to be amazed by their agility, by their talent. And I never thought it was something that I would be interested in until I was faced with a situation where I was wondering what can I do because I didn't want to go back to the way things were. I didn't want to do the same thing. I wanted to move forward. I wanted to do something different. And because I love people and because I love children in particular, I started thinking about twisting balloons. And I didn't know if I could do it or not. I had no idea whatsoever what it would take. But I asked myself that question. I wonder what it would take for me to learn how to twist balloons and whether or not I can do that. That question led to me doing simple research to find out that I can buy a kit from a party store, which I did, which came with a few balloons, a hand pump, and a booklet that taught 8 simple designs of twisting balloons and creating animals and swords and hats and whatnot. And I played with it, and I found that it wasn't that difficult. So I went out and bought a few more balloons and played some more and experimented some more. And as I said, it's been 14 years that I've been doing this, and I'm enjoying doing this whenever I'm not doing it as much as I was before. As a matter of fact, I'm not actively pursuing twisting balloons. But some of my former clients do call me and ask me if I'm available to do an event for them. Some of my balloon twisting friends have reached out to me to see if I was available to cover a shift for them once in a while. And that has created an additional stream of income for me. Uh, for example, tonight I was at a restaurant twisting balloons, and I did that for almost five hours. For yeah, I would say almost 5 hours, and I made decent money doing that, and much better money than what I used to when I was working full time twisting balloons. Because what has changed is my thinking, my belief that I could make more money twisting balloons than I was before. And I haven't done anything different. I have not learned any new um, creations to offer. I am doing the same routine that I was before. The only thing that has changed was my belief that I could earn more than what I used to. And to give you an example, what I used to was about 35 to $50 an hour on a good day. The last couple of times that I've worked this, I've averaged between 75 to $90 an hour. And as I said, nothing has changed other than my belief that it is possible for me to do earn that much more. And somehow the universe has made it possible. So here's my challenge to you. What belief is holding you back in the direction that you want to move in? Whether it's to create additional income or to do better than what you are right now, whether it's in relationship, whether it's in your health, whether it's in any other part of your life that you have tried and you have achieved a certain amount of results. What if, with the same effort, you could have better results next time? What if it was possible? Think about it, and I will talk to you tomorrow.